Welcome to AI Addict. Today, I'm going to be reviewing the Volkswagen ID.4, which is one of the most economic electric vehicles on the road today. If you're new to our channel, welcome. If you're a veteran, today's video might be a little different. With that, let's dive in. So what is it exactly? Well, this is Volkswagen's answer to the mid-size electric car market. It starts at around $40,000 and goes up to a little over $50,000. The vehicle we're testing right now is up to $50,000 price spec. In my opinion, this gives perfect German rivalry to the Mustang Mach-E as well as the Tesla Model Y. However, these days it could also be way more comparable to the Kia EV6 as well as the Hyundai Ioniq 5. Well, this is Volkswagen's first attempt at an electric car, and the only key giveaway for me would be the grilleless front with the Volkswagen logo, which I think looks very sleek. They did a very good job at designing this car. The back could have definitely used a little bit more work, but they did a really good job designing these taillights that look really futuristic with these LED patterns. But other than that, it does not look sporty whatsoever, and it just looks like your general everyday family go to the grocery store type of vehicle. So is it practical? I mean, come on, look at this wide wheelbase. They did a really good job at putting the batteries down low to create ample legroom both in the front and the rear. It's a very comfortable car all around, much more comfortable than my Tesla Model 3. And I would have to say it's definitely a contender in my mind to be one of the best road trip vehicles that's electric for this year. I mean, it's all around comfortable. The ID.4 has a trunk, however, it does have an extra flap you can pull up where you can store some flat, small objects, as well as another cubbyhole you can pull up, which is where your charging cables and tire changing kit would go. However, there is no space for a spare tire in this car. Moving on to the front, there is no front trunk. The hood is kind of heavy. You have to put this bar up, and unlike every other vehicle in its market, it does not have a front trunk. And you know how us electric car owners love having front trunks. Now, let's talk about how big the battery is. If you get the base spec, you start with a 52 kilowatt battery that is capable of around 210 miles range. However, if you opt for the Pro model, that gives you a 77 kilowatt battery. And depending on whether you get the rear wheel drive or all wheel drive models, you'll get just over 300 miles of range. When you step inside the ID.4, I'll be honest, it's very comfortable. However, they suffer from the same problems a lot of other car brands suffer from, and that is they tried to copy Tesla and weren't as good at it. You'll notice when you come up to the dash, we have some haptic feedback buttons that are touch sensitive for the air conditioning as well as the radio volume. However, that same trend follows when you come to the steering wheel. There's a lot of touch sensitive buttons here on the steering wheel as well that you could maybe accidentally press while turning the wheel. I'll be frank, the software seems a bit laggy and the technology seems like it can become outdated pretty quickly. However, Volkswagen has assured me that they plan to do over-the-air updates to fix the lagginess in their infotainment system. The ID.4 makes up for this by allowing you to choose different driving modes. It even features massage seating in the front seat. Not even my Tesla has that. It's amazing. What's really cool about the ID.4 is they have an ambient mood lighting where I can change the actual lighting of inside the car to many different arrays of options. Or I can come to the custom menu right over here where I can go to the color and I can choose, say, I don't know, purple and orange. How cool is that?
There is ample legroom. The seating surfaces are pretty nice. There's perforated synthetic leather in the back. We have an armrest with 3 cup holders. There's these really nice little pockets up here. Both front seats have seat back pockets, perfect for a cell phone, and then there are larger ones down here. Door storage is ample, and the sunroof feels awesome from back here. It feels so open. There's even a powered shade, which the Tesla doesn't have, that covers the top in case you have too much sun. In addition to that, it has a black headliner, which really adds the premium feel inside this car.
It's quite comfortable. The suspension seems to be eating up all the potholes very good, much better than my Tesla. And my Tesla costs a lot more than this car. Handles very nimble. I like it. Has just enough power. I mean, it is no race car. You will notice that the regenerative braking is nowhere near as strong as some of the Tesla systems. However, it is there and it does a good job. All in all, The car drives how you expect a normal car to drive. It accelerates well and it handles well. I very much like it, and I believe Volkswagen did a really good job by hitting the ball out of the park by making the world's first people mid-size electric SUV. So what is the 0 to 60 like? Well, let's find out. 3, 2, 1, go. All in all, the ID.4 is a great vehicle all around. It handles well and it's very comfortable. It might not look as sporty or might not accelerate as well as some vehicles such as the Tesla, but it accelerates much faster than your generic gasoline SUV. It's a great car, I love it, and I'd recommend it. Here we have a chart showing how the ID.4 stacks up against other EVs we have reviewed in the past. It comes in at a score of 67. Thank you so much for watching this week's video. If you haven't done so already, feel free to like or subscribe. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Hello.